What up, y'all? Episode 94, Sucio Sports, presented by Dubby Energy. Coming to you live from my palatial estate. I just changed backgrounds because I ain't feel like turning on the other light. So I just turned on the ring light and call it a day. But yeah, man, we're in here. Episode 94, Sucio Sports, presented by Dubby Energy. Bro, you don't remember the old school NFL films theme music, bro? Like, come on, dog. I know you remember that shit. We in the same age bracket, bro. I know you remember that shit. Like, that is like classic, classic, like old school NFL theme song. John Facenda, the voice of God. Anyway, man, how y'all doing? How's everybody been? Get on the piano, play a verse. Shit, Negro. I am the most un skilled music. Like, okay, I put it to you like this here. I can actually like identify certain things in music, but I'm not talented musically. If you get my drift, like I can kind of identify with some things, but like having an ear for certain things or listening to certain things or like whatever like that, yes, I can do that, but playing the instrument, carrying the tune, hell no. Hell no. Excuse me, man. I'm alright, man. I'm alright. I've been chilling, working and stuff, getting used to the new position, new job, and all of that good stuff. But man, it's good to be here with y'all tonight. Excuse me. Normally I started off with the NFL, but like we've had like a bombshell in the WNBA the last couple of days with Nafisa Collier coming out, and I mean calling out NBA commissioner. I'm sorry, WNBA commissioner Kathy Ecklenberg. So that was that was a huge like Engelbert, I'm sorry, says they are the worst leadership, negligent, um, and just basically wanted to like the stuff she was saying accusing her of was, I mean, it was almost spot on. Like it seems like it's pretty standard stuff. Like, yeah, you should be gone if you say stuff like that. Like saying that Caitlin Clark deserves, like she should thank the WNBA. Like, what the hell? What? No, y'all need to be thanking her. No, not yet. And that's the crazy part about it. I'm waiting for them to get rid of her or something like that. But we'll see, man. We will see. Um, but yeah, that's that. Shout out to her, man, for standing up for what she believe in, and you know what I'm saying, doing her thing, because that commissioner needs to get called out if that's how she move and if that's how she operate, man. Because like, yeah, Paige, Caitlin, and Angel, yeah, they are bringing in a big ton of revenue to the league. And no, Kathy Engelbert isn't the one to thank for that new TV rights deal. It's those women who bringing in the attention. That's who gets the. That's who gets it. That's who gets the credit for that, not her. They're not getting paid because people want to be associated with the league run by Kathy Engelbert. That ain't it at all. So you know what I'm saying. So I'm just, what up, Jonathan? Man, y'all check them out. Sports for You podcast network. Check out all these shows. They got a sports show, wrestling show, and then they even break down sometimes and do just football or just basketball. So definitely shout out to them and check them out, man. Amazing how one the Aces turned their season around and how so two elevated the Mercury. Bro, like with this something else we've been talking about like all WNBA season is Satu over there with Alyssa Smith, like, and who else is they got a nice squad over there in Phoenix. But that's why I say Asia ended up getting MVP is because of that run, that undefeated streak that she had them on to close out the season. That coupled with Fee being hurt like for them couple of weeks, that just like that basically wrapped it up for me. I don't know if they traded her, if it was a free agent signing or what. I can't remember. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, I know a lot of people were sad because they thought that you could pair Paige Beckers and Arika with Satu in the front court and be like, yes, like we got something here. But sadly, it was not to be. Because that's what I was thinking when I saw them get the number one pick. I'm like, excuse me. Okay, we got Paige, Arike, and Satu. I was like, oh man, that's gonna be a squad. Nope, it didn't work out that way. So it is what it is, man. It sucks, but oh well. But yeah, man. That was it was crazy, bro. It was crazy. I didn't. I'm glad that she spoke up and she said what she said, and I'm glad that she didn't let it bother her one bit. She was just like, nope, I gotta say what I gotta say. So I mean, that's cool, man. I love it though, but Kathy Engelbert needs to be gone, and I think that the league will get on pace, and they're going to come to some sort of agreement. I hope the owners don't try to shut those ladies out because they're bringing in a ton of new revenue. Make the league profitable, and then go from there. So we shall see. But looking at our games that we picked from last week that we thought would be interesting, did we pick any of the same games? Nope. So I had Steelers Vikings, which the Steelers held on and won. That was a good game, a 3-point game. I had the Commanders and the Falcons, which the Falcons won by a touchdown. Pretty decent game. And I had Ravens Chiefs, which was not a good game. I really thought that was going to be a good game, but then the Ravens started making mistakes and Chiefs would capitalize on it. And the Chiefs looked really efficient too, going against that Ravens defense. Let's see. Keys picked the Bucks and the Eagles, which yeah, that was a one-score game. Tampa Bay had to come back and try to pull within a touchdown. We'll give them that one. Yeah, that was a good one. Colts Rams was a touchdown game to put them up. Tutu Atwell with that 88 yarder for Matthew Stafford would look like a blown coverage. And then Seahawks Cardinals. That was a good game. So Keys went 3 for 3, and I went 2 for 3 this week. That's what's up. Like looking at this coming week, week 5 though. Um, Let me put it down right now. I'm gonna say Texans Ravens still, even though Lamar may not play, because that game is still in Baltimore, and the Texans still have a hard time beating a team like that on the road. Both of those teams are 1-3, so the loser of this game is damn near guaranteeing themselves to be out of playoff contention. I'm gonna say Bucks Seahawks battle of 2, 3, and 1 teams in the NFC, and I will also say there was one other game that I thought was interesting. No, not Niners Rams, because on that game, like when you look at that game, to be honest with you, um, what's going on with the rate, bro? I don't, I don't really know. Like they just, they're not clicking, and Derrick Henry fumbling and not only fumbling but losing fumbles. Like that's been a huge deal for them so far this season. So that's something that like turnovers was never really a big issue for them, and offensive execution was, sometimes their issue. But now it's like you're not getting that production that you want out of the run game, and you're still not getting it out the pass game, and so it's like Lamar's getting sacked, and you know it's just man, I don't know, they just not clicking right now. That's all I can tell you. With the injuries they got, it don't seem like to be getting any better. It seems like it's going to get worse before it gets better. But they got a bye week coming up in a couple of weeks. They got the Texans, and then I think they got one other team, and then they got a bye week coming up. So, like, man, the Ravens, they, whew. I mean, I know Lamar is maybe out a couple of weeks with a hamstring injury, but they got they got the Texans and then the Rams both at home, and then a bye week. And having the Rams come from the West Coast to the East Coast to play a 12 o'clock game on a Sunday, 1 o'clock Eastern time, advantage Ravens for the simple fact that they're having to travel against time. So I definitely look at it that way. Um, Yeah, my other game of the week, I'm gonna say is gonna be the Lions and the Bengals because I want to see what that Bengals defense does against that Lions offense, and if that Lions offense can keep up their uptick in production that they've had. So yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on that game. I'm gonna see what's up sooner or later. I don't know what they're gonna. I mean, but Lamar's only gonna be out a couple of weeks, and they like Cooper Rush. Why go trade for somebody to bring him in and then have to catch him up, and that's a rookie too? Mm-mm. Just likely not gonna happen. What's up, fellas? What up, Dre? Yeah, bro. Cause, bro, like when I saw him with the Gatorade towel or whatever wrapped around his leg with the ice pack or whatever, I was like, ooh, yeah, that's kind of bad. Cause that means like something is really sore. It really pulled. It really hurts. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's kind of wild. I hope he get better sooner rather than later. But it already looks like they said he's gonna be out this Sunday against the Texans. So, but still, like I said, I still want to keep an eye on that game because Cooper Rush looked like he showed a decent command of that offense when he did get in. I know it was towards the end of the game and it was pretty much over or whatever, or they couldn't really do much. But still, the Texans' offense has struggled mightily to start this season. So if that defense can show up and play at all, then we'll see what happens. So who knows, man? We'll have to wait and see what that looks like. But we shall see. There's gonna be some other good games though. Um, I think that Broncos Eagles game may be a good defensive game to watch because those two teams typically play good defense. Um, Flacco gotta go. Call him Falco. What's up, man? Guys over at the Wrestling Realm, man, definitely check them out. They pod a couple times a week, because they'll do the Wrestling Realm show, and then Brandon Guy does the title belt show. I can't even remember the name of it, but bruh, he knows like the history of the belts, like all of that stuff, and he has all of the belts. So it's like if you want to nerd out over like the history of wrestling belts and stuff like that, that is the man to talk to because he knows all of it about every belt that he got back there. So definitely check their stuff out. Um, nah, bro, Ravens ain't winning that division, bro. Ravens ain't winning that division. I don't see it. Not the way things looking right now. It don't look like it. But I mean, they could. You never know. Maybe Pittsburgh. Maybe. I mean, they looking good. Jalen Warren got to get himself together so he can have a run game again. But Aaron Rodgers in that pass game is looking pretty decent. Flacco one hit away being out for the season. Well, yeah, and this is why I think switching up and going with Gabriel, giving him a shot since he was, the backup, right behind Flacco on that on that depth chart, it may give them a spark. Who knows? You, you really don't know. It really just depends. So we'll just have to look out and wait and see, whatever it is that they decide to do. But if like Gabriel struggles or whatever, you know, it'd be nice to see them give Shadur a shot and let him see what he can do if Gabriel struggles. But 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna put your emergency quarterback in like that. Who knows, man? But it's always interesting to keep an eye on because you never know what direction they may decide to go, and it may look one way, and then it may turn out to be something totally different that you're not even expecting. So you just got to keep your eyes peeled, to be perfectly honest with you, because there's sometimes I'll be looking at something, I'll be like, nah, this is going to go. This is how this is going to go, and then it ends up happening the exact opposite the way I said. And I don't mind, like, hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll admit it. I don't care. But most of the time, I'm not. Nah, but I don't mind admitting when I'm wrong though. Man, what is he talking about? I don't know who Dre talking about, man. I have no idea who he talking about. But yeah, no, but that Broncos. Who is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I keep passing it up. I guess Broncos. Yeah, Broncos Eagles. I want to see what kind of plays Sean Payton is going to call against that defense, especially with that Eagles pass rush. Oh, see, that's why, because it's spelled Dillon, and you spelling it like the other one, like throwing me off and shit. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what you talking about, Bill and Gabriel. Yeah, but no, yeah. Now I get it. But no, I think I don't know, man. I mean, they felt like he was their number two quarterback coming in out of the two rookies. They felt more confident with him, so they decided to go with him. I mean, hey, who am I to judge? You know, because it's not only just can he is he this talented or this or that. It's like, does he have a command of the offense? Can he read the defense? There may be some times where they have to make some adjustments or some stuff like that. Like, so it's a lot that goes into it. It's a lot that goes into it. So I don't know. We shall see what the youngin got. They are playing. They playing this week. The Vikings. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that turns out. Oh, it's a London game. Wow. Okay. I didn't realize they was having another one this week. Alrighty then. Yeah, but I'm on top of my now I am. I wasn't the last couple of weeks because I've had people that's been out for the season on my fantasy football team, and like back to back weeks where somebody is out for the season, back to back weeks where different people get hurt. They're gonna be hurt for a little while. So yeah, it is what it is. I was 2-0. I lost two in a row. It's time to get back on the horse this week, which I made a couple of sound moves to help me. You know what I'm saying? Help me kind of try to get back into the race and stay in the race. You don't want to fall out of it too early because then it'll cause you to have to do too much later on in the season to catch up. And typically later on in the season is when you get injuries, but I'm getting hit with injuries early, weeks 3 and 4. So it is what it is. It is what it is, man. But yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles. That's how it bounces. Blah 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 blah. Whatever you want to say. Um, Tomorrow night's game, the 49ers and the Rams. I'm really interested to see how that's going to look because the 49ers got a bunch of people out. So, MVP coming out on Dynamite wearing some look like University Blue fours. Good choice. But yeah, man. We got some good games coming up. Saints and the Giants in New Orleans. Um, Raiders Colts is another game we hadn't talked about yet. See what Ashton Genty can try to do and start sparking up his rookie season. Daniel Jones got the Colts rolling right now. Cowboys Jets. Cowboys really need a win. Jets desperately need one as well. As they sit at 0-4. Cowboys 1-2-1. Dolphins Panthers. Um, Panthers weren't expected to do much, but they were expected to improve this season. And at 1-3, it seems like they haven't. And the Dolphins just lost Tyreek Hill for the season. Got their first win of the season, but it cost them. So see where they're headed. Um, Titans Cardinals. We got Kyler Murray versus Cam Ward matchup. That's gonna be should be pretty exciting to watch those two guys go back and forth. Bucks Seahawks is another game that I forgot that I should have put down. Hold up, let me see. Oh, I did put that one down. Okay, I was making sure. All right, cool. Yeah, I did put that one down. Because I do think that's going to be two teams that's going to be fighting for the top of the NFC, possibly, along with the Lions and the Eagles. Speaking of the Lions, they play the Bengals, Commanders, and Chargers. Hopefully, uh, let's see, is Jaden Daniels healthy? And say he's planning on playing. Okay, cool. So we will get the Jaden Daniels Justin Herbert matchup there. Patriots Bills on Sunday night. Always a fun matchup, especially when you got Drake May starting to come into his own. And then on Monday night you got Chiefs Jags, which is interesting because you got the Jags coming in at 3-1 and the Chiefs are 2-2, struggling to stay above 500. They need a win. So yeah, I mean we got some decent games coming up this week in the NFL, man. So definitely have to stay keyed in and tuned in with that and seeing how that's gonna go. College football though, Like there were some good games. Um, Florida State getting shocked by Virginia was crazy. Arizona State upsetting TCU. Ole Miss got LSU. Auburn scared A&M, but A&M held on to win. Oregon was able to beat Penn State, and Georgia held off Bama. Georgia Tech had a 1 point win over Wake Forest. Yeah, it was some pretty decent games this week in college football, man. So looking forward to seeing what's going down this week. Let's see. Let's just look at the top 25. Well, oh, I forgot they don't show it that way. But okay, there we go. Go to the AP. Oh, we got an Oregon Indiana matchup. Okay. Bam and Vandy. That should be a good game. Okay, so I mean, we got some games, good, decent games coming up in college football this week. Some top 25 matchups, as well as yeah. So we got some interesting matchups. That Bama Vandy matchup is going to be really good because Bama has traditionally had trouble with those type of small athletic quarterbacks like Diego Pavia. So I'm expecting them to have trouble with it. I hate LSU. It should be illegal for them to recruit in Texas. I hate the way their offense is looking right now. Is what I hate. Because their offense should look way better than what it does. But I mean, it is what it is, man. Just got to live with it. So, but yeah, no, I'm excited for college football this week. I always hope that I get early jobs so that I can go and watch college football for the rest of the day because I got to work Saturdays. MLB playoffs have started. Tigers had a crazy performance by Scrubble and took game one of that series last night. Cubs beat the Padres, Red Sox beat the Yankees, and Dodgers beat up on the Reds 10-5. All those teams have 1-0 leads. Tonight, the Yankees tied that series 1-1. Padres tied that series 1-1. Guardians tied their series with the Tigers 1-1. And bottom of the fourth, as of right now, the Dodgers are up 3-2 with a 1-0 series lead over the Reds. So that is your MLB update. Now to update you on the WNBA playoffs, the finals between the Aces and the Mercury will start on Friday. This is gonna be fun to watch. Damn sure gonna be fun to watch. I can't wait for this one, man. I really can't wait for this one. Like this one's gonna be good. Um, I really Mercury was a bit of a surprise. Not really, man. If you look at like if you look at the standings, they were a 4 seed, but they got a lot of talent on that team, as you can tell. So I wasn't surprised, especially when the Collier was hurt or whatever. I was like, yeah, they got enough, to get it done. So we will. Well, I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I do think the Aces are gonna win another title this year. I feel it in my bones. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. They got the talent on that team to win, to beat the Aces. I just feel like this tear that Asia has been on with that team and how that team has been playing together since she's gone on that tear. I don't see nobody beating them in the series. That's all. I think Phoenix will give them a decent series, but yeah, I don't think that Phoenix beats them. Speaking of women's basketball, Juju announced that she's out for the upcoming college basketball season, which is a smart play. I think it's wise for her because she tore her, knee up in the tournament. Just be out for the year, man. Come back that following year stronger than ever. Because I mean, you could get back on the court maybe 9, 10 months or whatever or so. If you push it, but why push it? Even if you be out for a whole year, then it's like you like right at tournament time. Do you really want to try to come back and try to get back into game shape and your team is playing the most important games of their season? Not really. Sit out the whole year. You got time. You young. Be all right. Come back much stronger and much more rehabbed and prepared for the following season. I think it's a great idea. Oh, here we go. This is what I was. Wait, what? Oh, they're slow rolling their men's college basketball top 25 out. That's what that was. I thought that they were just gonna release it, Sports Illustrated, but I guess not. That's what happens when you have bots and stuff that write for you or whatever. Yeah, man. Anyway, the other other type of sports story was it was crazy how Terrence Crawford got pulled over after he was given the key to the city. Like what? Huh? Are you freaking serious? Like, nah, man, you tripping. Yeah, the city of They're already looking into it. They said, "No, Dre, I talk about wrestling on Gress Show. Catch wrestling opinions on Tuesday nights, and that's next weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend. About Crown Jewel. He got pulled over, and they searched the vehicle, but the weapons that they found, everybody had licenses for those weapons, and it was like right after he had gotten presented with the key to Omaha, the key to the city or whatever. So it's kind of crazy how they did him. But yeah, man, it's crazy, crazy stuff, bro. Crazy stuff, crazy stuff. I'm talking about like, man, like, bro, I don't even understand, to be honest with you, like how that happens to him in that city, specifically right after that ceremony. Like that's just, I don't know, bro. That just seems kind of very suspicious to me. Something don't smell right about that. Um, damn, I had a rant, but I forgot to write it down. Y'all know how I get, man. I forgot to write the rant down. For this week, it was something I've been trying to think of it the whole freaking show. Like that's why I keep scrolling through, looking at my text messages, group chats, notes, and stuff like that because I had it. I know I had it. I know I put it somewhere, but I can't find it, y'all. I can't find it. So y'all don't get no rant this week. No rant this week because whatever it was, I thought it was gonna be important enough to talk about, and then realize, you know what, Jermaine, if you didn't write it down on the rundown for the show, and you didn't like make sure you had it sitting somewhere special or something, then evidently it wasn't that important to you. Oh yeah, man. Fred Van Vliet being done for the season for the Rockets is a killer too. Um, I'm also gonna be paying attention to how long what's his name? Zach. Ooh, excuse me. I'm getting off there. Zach Edey and oh gosh, it was somebody else from a playoff team that had to have surgery on like their foot or something. But yeah, it's a couple of injuries that I'm gonna be paying attention to, and the NBA starting up because they've had media days this past week or whatever for all the teams. So they're starting to ramp up their training camp, preseason kind of stuff. Can't wait to dive into more of that. That's gonna be so much fun when it's football, playoff baseball, and you got the NBA starting up. Man, it's my favorite time of the year. My favorite time of the year, bro. For real, for real. So I don't know, man. But man, for my brother Keys, for the good folks over at Dubby Energy, for all y'all that tuned in the chat, thank y'all, appreciate y'all, especially if y'all retweeted or reposted the stream or whatever. Um, yeah, bro, I'm tired, bro. I'm about to sit in my old man chair and watch old man shows till I go to sleep. We'll holler at y'all next week. Hopefully, it's sometime next week. Episode 95 of Susio Sports.